wherever you're going. There's only one number you need. Phone a cab.
903333.
Joe Burns come into the back four. Up front, Rory Patterson is back after suspension. He isn't too popular in these parts, having signed a pre-contract with the Glens. Didn't play a match, shot off to Plymouth, and then back to Belfast on loan to arch rivals Linfield. On to the substitutes, and there is goal-scoring potential on the Glens bench. Andy Waterworth scored 16 last season, and for Linfield, another ex-Glen man who may not get a great reception if he runs on. Darryl Fordyce, 17 goals for the Glens last season before crossing town to join the club he is supported from boyhood. Well, Irish League-wise, this is what it's all about. The biggest derby of them all, East Belfast versus South Belfast. The two teams who have dominated the Premiership decade after decade after decade. It's the legendary Bel Classico. The Belfast Big Two come head-to-head again. It's always physical, it's always meaty. The tussle with the muscle. Glentoran and Linfield do not like each other, and I'll bet you now, it will show.
But he wanted to play, and I can see why. 103 goals in 209 appearances. That's a goal every other game. Oh, chances.
Here's McAllister. McAllister looks for Rory Patterson, and Patterson with the first chance of the game for Linfield. He missed the last match through suspension. He hasn't been in top goal-scoring form of late. He needs to find it soon.
Certainly does. Good ball fed through to him here from McAllister, and he's hit it first time. He's under pressure, to be fair, and it is pretty comfortable for Elliot Morris.
Rory Patterson once scored 4 goals at this ground for Coleraine. Here's McAllister, and it nearly fell for the Linfield striker. Ward again, a very direct route. Alan Blaney, is he going to wait for this one to bounce? There he is. It's a mistake by Blaney. He just waited too long, and Gibson almost nipped in there.
Well, I can't believe the hesitancy and not reading the bounce of the ball there, Blaney.
And now it's Burns at the other end for Linfield, and decent effort from Burns.
Well, 2 number 14s, Aaron. Burns at one end, and at this end, have a look, he's waiting and waiting, he can't come outside the box. You've got to be more positive than that. And the defence get that wrong, totally wrong. And I think he's got away with it, fortunately for Alan Blaney.
Now tonight, a lot of rain today in Belfast. Again, Sammy Fort with industry. And the match got the go-ahead, and he was last seen eating a pizza the size of a dustbin lid, which he thoroughly deserved.
He scoffed that, I tell you.
There they are.
There's the pitchforks.
Those have been tweeted. Paul Gilmore tweeted a photograph of the famous Glentoran forks this afternoon. They'll soon be an internet sensation. Used to be Paul Lehman played at the heart of the defence here for the Glens, but he's moved on to Crusaders. Now here's Hyland. Hyland plays the ball in, and that's Alan Blaney's ball. Oh, he's lost it! Oh my goodness, another mistake from Blaney, and it was O'Hanlon who almost managed to poach in round the back.
Well, I think he had it 1 minute, but his momentum again has carried him straight through to O'Hanlon, who, well, he pickpocketed it off his fingers. Have a look. Takes it off him, and then he tries to flick it with the outside of the foot, unfortunately into the side netting. And a couple of mistakes have been made, but the errors have not been punished.
And now
chances.
It's Rory Patterson. Great save by Elliot Morris, and Patterson was through there. A man who has really struggled to find the goal-scoring form of old, and that was almost the breakthrough.
Well, it's a little flick on. Rory Patterson gets his body in the way, steadies himself, hits the target. Elliot Morris, brilliant. Comes out, spreads himself. That's a super save.
Robert Garrett with the corner. Goes towards Winky Murphy. Elliot Morris is there, and secure goalkeeping from Elliot Morris. Hamilton. Jason Hill. Carson to his left. Here is Stephen Carson. Trickery personified. Carson plays the ball in. This is the chance for Hamilton! And the wee cock and hens strut into the lead. And it's their ace marksman, Gary Hamilton, who does it again.
Well, he has the quality, doesn't he, Mark? He has that bit of class in front of goal. But again, it's all coming from, for me, the creator in the middle of the park. Superb piece of play here from Carson. And he sticks it into the danger area. There's a little step over, and Gary Hamill, cool as you want, controls it and is allowed to just flick it past Alan Blaney. And he's been allowed far too much space, far too much room in the penalty area. And they've got the opening goal. And psychologically, that is a big boost for them after being under the cosh.
Carson flicks it on. Now here's Garrett again. Tricky little player is Robert Garrett. What a good ball that is for McAllister. Burns making his way into the penalty area. McAllister still going. Patterson. Great block by Nixon. Now here's Robert Garrett. And it's a chance for Laurie. Maybe doesn't quite drop for him. But Linfield really cranking it up now. In the 47th minute of that first half. This is Garrett playing the ball through. What a great ball. Patterson is onside. And what can Rory Patterson do here? Oh, great drive, saved by Morris. Oh, Laurie's had another chance. Still on for Linfield. Here's Garrett trying to twist away, and Highland defends well.
That's a great strike from Rory Patterson. Loads of venom in the shot. Elliot Morris does well and pushes it out, but all the pressure coming from the away side now.
Ooh, free kick to Glentoran here. Albert Watson is penalised. Inevitably in these situations you'll find Gary Hamilton standing somewhere near the ball. He always wants to take these.
Well, he fancies his chances from that range, and every right to. Only a three-man wall coming in though for Alan Blaney.
He's got a big run up here as Gary Hamilton, and he's fixing his gaze, and it was a good strike. The last one. Far too much pace on it. That's more like it. And Morris makes a cracking save. And Hill gets it away.
I have to say, brilliant delivery into the danger. It's flicked on. One-handed save from Elliot Morris. It looks like it's Rory Patterson who gets the big touch on it. A looping header. Goalward bound.
Michael Carville, the diminutive Carville. Gary Brown flicks it on. In comes McAllister, and Morris is out courageously.
And he's injured himself as well. He's hurt his knee. But brilliant goalkeeping from Elliot Morris once again. Carville.
Good work by Garrett. Gary Brown, that's Waterworth, tracking back well from his right midfield row.
Well, he needs treatment, I think, Elliot Morris. He's come out very, very bravely. Let's have a look at this. Ball's flicked in and over the top. Good pressure, and the goalkeeper is very, very brave. Well, it's Mark McAllister, who's been a real threat all day.
Ward. Carson, a little bit of space for Stephen Carson here. Great work by Carson. Carson onto his favourite left foot. Oh, what a cracking drive by Carson. And that would have sealed it for them.
Super skills, great feed, and he runs so smoothly with the ball. He turns and he's away. He's got good acceleration, gets his head up on his left foot, bang. That's an excellent run from him. That'll relieve a little bit of pressure.
Very good turn. Here's Carville down the left-hand side, but it goes to Robert Garrett. And Carville continues his run. And that's Waterworth. This is Garrett. Gary Brown, he's shoveled off the ball by Carson. And again, he's defended superbly well there. And then he creates the attack for Hamilton. So good football from Carson again. And Billy Joe Burns looks to hold back. Gary Hamilton there, and he's going to get a yellow card.
Well, once you start pulling the shirt, when a player's going past you, Billy Joe, I think, knew what was going to happen. He's pulled him back over the shoulder, and he finishes the job off, really, doesn't he?
Just two men on that Linfield wall. Hamilton, oh, it's deflected! And it's a ball
They've hung in there for 88 minutes. They've won a free kick from a really tight angle. He's hit it well, Gary Hamilton, but I think you're right, Mark. I think it took a wicked deflection off the end of the wall. Oh, what a strike. He hits it so well. And it does. I think it hits somebody. Is it Mark McAllister? Somebody on the end of the wall. I think it's Jamie Mulgrew. Yep. And it creates the spin on it, and it flies past Alan Blaney. They're 2-0, and look at Scott Young. How happy is he?
Well, some good fortune there for Glentoran. As you say, Jerry, he did strike it well.
Absolutely. And that's a massive goal, and they're on the break again.
And they make it 3-0, and a great bit of work by Carson. What a match Stephen Carson has had. Super save by Blaney.
Oh, he's just running so well with the ball. He's a handful. Good technique, cuts inside on his right foot, tight angle, hits the target. Blaney forced to make the save.
Gary Brown, played in by Jim Irvin. Gallagher clears. Mark Courtney blows the whistle, and Glentoran have beaten Linfield here in the Bell Classico. Delight for Scott Young, and it's double diamond from Gary Hamilton.
A fast and frenetic Bell Classico, one of the best that we've seen. Absolute joy for Scott Young, despair for David Jeffrey. Now lost 2 Belfast derbies in less than a week.